Okay. Okay, I've got 3:30. We'll call our May 12th Board of Works and Safety meeting to order. We do have quorum, so all members are present. We'll start with the approval of the minutes from April 28th and May 5th. I think we could take these together.
I'd make a motion to approve both the minutes of April 28th and May 5th, 2025.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments or questions?
The only comment I have is packet, it says April 5th, it should be May 5th.
Correct.
Can make that change.
Okay, thank you, Wayne. Any other corrections or questions? Okay. So are you okay with making that as
Yes,
amended?
yes.
And Wayne, you're good on the second with that? Okay. If there are no further questions, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay. Next up, we have our consent agenda, not a whole lot of items on there. We have a motion on that.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda dated May 12th, 2025 as presented.
I would second that. Any questions on any of the consent items? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right. Petitions and comments by citizens. Jeff, you don't have any. Okay, so we'll move on. I think I know everyone's here. Reports of committees, boards, and commissions. We have no report. Unfinished business. We have the CCMG 2025 -1 repaving contract. Last one meeting, we opened up bids on that. Jared, I'll turn it over to you. And I've got your recommendation letter here I'm going to share. So I'll turn it over to you.
Yep. So obviously, as stated, we opened 3 bids: Niblock Excavating, Milestone, and Fendon Brown. As you can see, those are the low bid is listed there. And of Niblock's $898,987.14. We did review the bid. It is mathematically correct, and we did check for all bonding and other required documentation. Those have all been signed and provided. So therefore, it is the recommendation of Lawson Fisher that the City of Napanee and Public Works Works accept the bid of Niblock Excavating as the low of $898,987.14.
Thank you, Jared. Board, any questions? Okay, if not, I would make a motion to approve Niblock based on the recommendation from Lawson Fisher on the CCMG 2025-1 contract for $898,987.14.
I'd second.
Motion and a second. Any additional questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Jared, next steps would be to sign the notice of award and try to get this thing kind of closed out or ready to go by the end of the month.
Yeah. So we go. Sorry, Mayor.
No, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, we would. There should be 3 copies of the notice of award. If you would sign those, Brent has the email address for Jake Hoger, who is the representative from Niblock. He's going to send that electronically, and then that allows them to get their insurance and bonding, and which would then finalize their portion of getting the contract or agreement together, at which point we'd send that over to you for signature, and that then would suffice. So we're trying to meet that end of month timeline as discussed previously. So.
All right. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Yep,
All
bye.
right, next up, under unfinished business, we do have something that we tabled last year from June 24th. This has to do with the filling of pools and using water that's not going into our sewer system. We have since amended our sewer rate ordinance through the city council. And so we wanted to take this off the table and take action on this particular item. And also give Brian some direction moving forward on similar situations that we have. So, board, any questions before we take a look at this? Okay, if not, just to review, this was for 1046 Blackstone Boulevard. And this was for, normally we would connect if the hydrant is on the same side of the street, allow them to connect to the hydrant. We would meter that and charge them for that water. This particular case, that was not available. And so he used his own water, and did not go into the sewer. And so this is a sewer bill adjustment for this amount. So any questions? So the first thing we need to do is take this off of the table. So we need a motion to take it off the table.
I'd make a motion to take the request from June
24th.
24th off the table.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. So now, any questions on the sewer bill adjustment for us? Brian, anything you would like to add?
No, other than I think that this is something that we need to do to be fair to all residents that want to fill a swimming pool or a hot tub or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Do we have a motion?
I'd make a motion to accept this sewer bill adjustment for 1046 Blackstone Boulevard.
I'd second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? All right. Thank you very much. We'll move on to new business. We have a request for quotes for State Road 19 6-inch water main abandonment. Ryan is on the line with Commonwealth. Brian, do you want to start it off and then we'll hand it over to Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely, Mayor. We had several main line breaks in front of our new fire station last winter, if you remember correctly. We have cut and capped off the old 6-inch that runs in front of the fire station, both on the north and south side. And that leaves us with 5 remaining services that need tied over to a newer water main so we can abandon that old 6-inch in place. So that's what this scope of work is for. We don't expect the project to be in excess of $75,000, but we don't know until we get the bids in, and that's why we're going about it this route.
So, okay. So it's not a request for bids, it's a request for quotes.
Correct.
Bids would be anything above
And the
100.
importance of abandoning the rest of that water main on top of it being aged and has shown us that it's time to get rid of it is the fact that these few residents that remain on that line are now on a dead end. And we cannot flush the line for water quality coming from the north heading south. So it'll be good to get them tied onto the newer main.
All right. Yeah, Ryan, anything you would like to add?
Not really. I mean, this RFQ package we assembled includes the document you're looking at here, the bid schedule, a couple plan sheets, and some technical specifications. You can see there we've got the quote due date set for that Monday, June 9th meeting. So we can expect the quote opening at that Board of Works meeting. But no, that should be it, I believe. And Brian Hopper can confirm, I believe he's reviewed all these documents as well. To make sure
I
they-
have, last week I did, yes.
All right.
So that's it, just a formal request to go out for quotes.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it, Brian. Thanks for your work on this. I would make a motion to approve the request for quotes, due June 9th, 2025 at 3:30.
Second,
Motion and a second. Any questions? Board? Okay, if not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Right. Motion carries. Next up under new business, we have an amended contract for Christopher Burke Engineering. They've been helping us with some stormwater projects, mainly the pond behind Williamsburg Furniture and West Industrial Park. This was initially for just a schematic design. We've been working with Todd and the planning department. There's a business out there that's looking to expand. It's going to involve expanding that pond. So working with Christopher Burke, we're going to be installing a 24-inch pipe coming out of that pond to tie into an existing storm tile that runs by Semlin plots and then goes onto the ditch. So this would be for the additional scope. And Todd, you have, this is for 68,000, correct?
Yes. 800.
So that is what we're looking at to keep them moving on the project. I think we're going to try to get this going soon. A lot of a lot of the tiles that pond is currently connected to are very old pipes that are in danger of breaking. So we want to get that done as soon as possible. Any questions? If not, do we have a motion?
I'd make a motion to approve the amended contract proposal for $68,800.
Third, second.
Motion and a second. Again, any questions? Todd, anything you want to add?
No.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Thank you very much. Next items, let me go back to my agenda here. Next item is receive quotes for the wooded wetland project out at McCormick Creek. I don't know who, Todd, you've got those? Okay. So this is for an extension of some pipes that go into the pond along hole number 18 of McCormick Creek into the wooded wetlands. Not into the wooded wetlands, but right to the limits of the wooded wetland to try to minimize the height that water gets in the wooded wetland and our Woodview Avenue, Woodview Drive construction. So I'll let you go ahead and read them in the order that they were received, and
I will read them in alphabetical order. That's okay.
that's fine.
I'll start with Beer and Sleigh Mall Incorporated at 23965 US Highway 6, Napanee, Indiana 46550. A lump sum of $22,727.00.
Okay.
Second one is from Haskins Underground at 8111 9B Road, Plymouth, Indiana 46563. In the amount of $7,712. That's $7,712.00. Third quote is from Kent's Excavating and Plumbing LLC, 7774 Fur Road, Bourbon, Indiana, 46504. In the amount of $8,242.50. That's $8,242.50.
All right, number three, we received.
Three that we received,
Thanks.
yes.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. I think we need to make a motion to take those under advisement and make a recommendation for the 27th meeting. Is that
Correct.
correct? Okay,
I'd make a motion to take these under advisement for our next meeting, May
27th.
It's a Tuesday because of Memorial Day.
I would second.
Okay, motion and second. Any questions? Okay, thank you to those who submitted the quotes. Appreciate that. And we will, like I said, make a recommendation to the board on May 27th. So all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Okay. Motion carries. All right, next up, we have received proposals for market rate consulting. Todd, I'll let you, does Dan have those?
Yeah, Dan.
Dan, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
We've received one proposal from Robert Thatcher, a Coldwell banker. Received that today, at 1 o'clock. The total for the proposal for market rate analysis is $18,900.
Okay. All right. Same thing here. Take it under advisement, make sure everything's correct, and then we will come back on May 27th with that. And I would make a motion to do so.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? Not all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Okay, thank you very much. And next up on the agenda is a request for parking closure on May 16th. Brent, I think you have been working on this one.
Yeah, that veterinary hospital, Dr. Cartwright, they're doing a client appreciation luncheon. They're asking for that to be closed from 8 to 5. Maybe scroll back up. I think I get the times right.
8 to 4.
8 to 4. So they're really just asking for the west half of the depot, which they own part of that parking lot, parked behind there.
Just
So,
in red, this is what they own, kind of.
yeah, but that's also what will barricade it off. So they're
Right.
going from there over
All the way.
across, yes.
Okay. And this is for Friday, the 16th.
Correct.
All right, any questions? Board, Brent, any issues?
No,
Okay.
none.
All right, do we have a motion?
I'd make a motion to grant your request, for partial closure of the depot on May 16th from 8 to 4.
I would second that. Any questions? Not all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay. Next up, we have approval of accounts payable vouchers.
I'd make a motion to approve the 2025 water APVs totaling $270,363.07, as well as the 2025 wastewater treatment plant APVs totaling $359,849.62.
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Okay. Reports of city officers. Sean, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah,
Got Trenton's up here first.
yep. Trenton Carmack is, he started February 17th and he's just gonna be, May 18th will be his 3-month probationary period and he's working out well, fitting in nicely. So I would like to ask the board to grant him a 50-cent raise, his current rate, effective May 18th.
I would so move.
I'd second.
Motion a second. Any questions? Not all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Thank you. And then Sean, you have this mutual aid agreement. This is through Inwarn. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
IDEM actually sent this out to everybody and, we'd been looking for some way, we've been helping like Raymond or we helped Wakarusa. We really didn't have anything that I know of saying, you know, if something gets damaged or somebody gets injured, that we're not really responsible, we're helping. So that's kind of what this does. We can go help and we're not really held liable for what we do there. It says right here, Article 8, damage utilities. So anyway, we have to fill one out and each of the people, Wakarusa Freeman, would fill them out and then we can help each other. I think the fire department already has something like that, but.
And
We
John,
never did.
just for clarity, this is a statewide system, right? So really, once we sign into it, we really could help any municipality in the event of a natural
Right.
disaster.
As long as they
So-
filled one of these out also.
Right.
I think both sides have to have it, right?
This is what we had talked about.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yep.
And, we weren't really sure what was going on with that, but you got this in April. I've reviewed it. It looks fine to me. I think it does most of the things that Sean's wanting to have done. By the way, I did talk with Travis at IDEM. He's gonna check up to make sure that our stuff got to the right person, but it sounded like it was good to go.
And this is water and wastewater also.
Yeah,
on the top.
covers both utilities.
Right, I think we'll see the same.
Okay, thank you, Sean. Thanks, Brian. Any questions, board? We have a motion.
I'd make a motion to enter into a mutual aid agreement with state of Indiana as well as their surrounding communities for water and wastewater.
I would second that. Any other questions? Not all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye, opposed? Okay, Brian. Got some specs ready?
Yes, board, you'll see, I have both my request memo and along with the specs for, our new service truck. It'll be replacing our aging 2007 service truck that's, rusting about everywhere right now. In the specs, I went a little more generic this time around than the first round of trucks I bought last year. I only received 2 quotes back, so I tried to generalize the specs a little bit more in hopes of getting some more response out of dealers around here.
Have you kept the same number of lights on the truck or?
We've actually reduced those dramatically, so maybe I can afford to buy 2 trucks instead of 1. I am gonna ask the bids be returned by June 9th at 3:30, so I'll get those sent out pending your approval to do so tomorrow.
All right,
What's the availability of trucks? Got any idea?
I know that, so I went with single